Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. As I said in yesterday's video, I thought I knew what I was going to be doing next, and yes, you guessed it, I'm doing it again. But this time, first one we did it where we had no silicone. The second one, the white one, we added the silicone before, on top of the paint, before we swiped. This one, we're going to have silicone in our paint. Oh my goodness, you know, that whole normal method of doing it. So we've got our ultramarine, we've got our, I don't actually have any of the orange mixed up with silicone, but we can do that. And the gold, I'm just going to leave it as just plain gold with no silicone. And what other colour did we use? Oh, Viridian Hue. So there we have our colours. And I'm going to go with the black. I've mixed up some more Mars black and we're going to go with that. So we just need to put some, oh, I know what I'm going to do. This container here is the container that I sprayed the string in. So I'm going to put some of the orange into there. It's already got some silicone in it, but I'll put an incy wincy drippy, one drip in there, and stir stick. Where are you? Oh, there's one that's already broken. Don't need to break another one. So stir that in just a little bit. And so we've got silicone in our paint this time. Silicone in the paint, not on the paint. Go, there's our orange. So for those of you who don't know me, I like to play. I like to have fun. To me, if painting is not fun, why are you doing it? So some of you don't even paint. Some of you choose to just watch other people paint. And that's fun for you. And my point of view of that is awesome. How does it get any better? You know why? Because if what you're doing is fun for you, then that is magnifico. If what you're doing is not fun for you, how can you change it? What could you do different? And that, my dear friends, goes for work as well. If it's not fun to go to work, what can you be or do different? It may be that you need to choose to have fun. Because happiness is just a choice. If you don't believe me, read my book, Unlocking Unhappy. And even work can be fun. One of the girls on the live call the other day was saying, well, actually it was today because it's still today, but on the live video this morning, she was saying, oh, I've got to go to work, I'm a bus driver, it's not fun. I was like, how much fun could you have with that? Like, how many wedgies could you put in people's worlds? What else could you create that can't be created any other time? You know, people get on your bus and you're happy to see them. You might be the only person on the planet that is happy to see them that day. hey, for goodness sake, if they weren't getting on your bus, you wouldn't have a job. So be grateful for them. And what else is possible? So I'm just gonna kind of let this swizzle around a bit, not dribble off too much, just so that we get the paint is pretty much covering most of it. Especially on the sides. When you're swiping like this, guys, your sides are really important because they're so often the place that doesn't get swiped. Okay, so we have silicone in everything except the gold. And then we're going to get our black. And we're going to get rid of this chunky lump out of it. There we go. And we're going to go up the sides so that we make sure we get paint all the way up there. Alright, I like to have my paint nice and thick, because especially on these edges down here, because this is where I'm going to drag from. So I'm actually going to be taking paint away. So what else is possible? We are going to get our kitchen towel next. And I really like the method that I used last time. The only problem was I made it too small. It wasn't quite big enough. So I'm going to wet down my paper. Oh, partridge in a pear tree. Dinkle boppin'. I'm so silly. How does it get any better than that? Absorb some of that extra moisture out of there. And I'm going to get a new piece of paper towel now. And I'm not going to squeeze it over top of my painting. That was stupid. See, even I'm stupid at times. Not willing to be aware. How does it get any better? Stupidity is choosing not to be aware. So what are you choosing to be stupid about? Right in that 10 seconds, I was choosing to be stupid about my paper towel. Okay, so here we have a damp paper towel. It really is only just damp, guys. Really damp. And why do we dampen the paper towel before we use it? We dampen the paper towel before we use it so it doesn't absorb the paint, and so that you've actually got something to, you know, when you drag it, it doesn't absorb the paint. Alright, so I'm going to turn it around so I can go sideways because I've got a lot more movement room. And just relax it down into the paint and lightly drag all the way across. Now there's a couple of spots I can see where it hasn't covered plastic. That's okay, we can cover those back up again. And that was a mighty good swipe, if I may say so myself. And where that water is doing really interesting things. We've got, let me zoom you in and show you what it's doing where that water was. And you see down here we've got little tree marks happening. Ooh, blowout. Sorry guys. Can I go in even further? There we go. No, you can't really see them. But that's where the water was. Okay. So as we watch this develop, we can all know what that's about. So we've got some cell action going, and I'm going to help that along with the torch without dropping soot in it. Oh, crikey me. I think it's time for me to go inside and do some paperwork or something. Okay, so I'm just lightly going over the whole record, getting rid of any air bubbles, because the movement of the flame kind of now. I'm actually going to do something that I haven't done before, but I have seen, I think, Debbie, that used to own acrylicpouring.com. Pretty sure I've seen her do this. So what I'm doing now is making a real mess as I turn my piece of paper towel around. And I'm going to come back the other way and see if we can, without losing paint on the outside, which might be what I'm doing. Yay. Yep. Oh, that's pretty. Now, I'm not liking this part, okay? I'm really liking what's inside. So I'm gonna keep tattooing until I create what I like. So I have quite a bit of paint here. Ooh, pretty. Okay, there's something not quite working though. And that's when we get to this part. There we go. That's better. If in doubt, spin it out. That's cool. That's cool. Woohoo! How does it get any better than that, guys? It just wasn't happy the way it was, and I wasn't happy with it, so we changed it. And I like it. Almost has a cavern looking out on a sunset kind of feel to it now. So with all that dragging and spinning, we're gonna give it another going over. I like it. Crikey. Oh, it's even got little trees. Oh, I've got to get you down. Okay. Gonna get you down now. Alright, I really like this now, guys. It really does look like a sunset looking out through a cave. It's so cool. Okay, so where do I want to start? What have I got here? So we've got this very cool little funky bit that goes. It's so cool. I like it. And then we've got the silicone all doing its thing. Now, there's no big streaks of gold in this. The streets are not paved with gold. But look, the water's still doing its funky thing. Check that out. Let's get rid of that reflection. It looks like a little pretty row of flowers drawn by a kid on a two-dimensional house that they've drawn. That's so cool. Got some more down here. But what we do have sparkly bits, which is where the gold has mixed in with the other colours and become like a iridescence through it. I'm super excited about this, guys. I like it a lot. Sorry about the reflection. Look at that purple even. Don't know where that came from. Must have been somehow from the orange and blue. So, how does it get any better than that? When in doubt, spin it out. And I'll be back really soon, your time, with the dried product. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so here it is, and it's super cool. I'm gonna try and capture the glinting of the gold, but I'm not sure if it will work. If you don't believe me, come see it in person. It's glinting gold, but it doesn't seem to want to capture it on the screen. How's it get any better? Glinting gold. Anyway, how's it get any better? As this one's dried, I've changed my point of view about what I see in it. And when I was painting it, I said it looked like looking out of a cave, but now it actually, to me, it looks like an old tree. So down here is the roots, and then you've got the tree coming up, you've got a few leaves still up on the top, the golden leaves of autumn, and then the sunset in the background. Anyway, I like it. I like this one a lot, and not sure why this is. Anyway, trying to get it to colour capture quite accurately, but it's not. The joy of sunshine. I do like sunshine. For those of you that are in the Acrylic Pouring for Fun group, or know that I'm from Rotorua and have seen some of the footage, we were not affected by the flooding, which I'm very grateful about. We we did have a bit of a power outage on Saturday, but we then went to my sister's batch, about an hour's drive away, hung out with them for a while. A batch is like a lake house, a crib, whatever you want to call it, and had a lovely weekend. And then when we came back, we found all this flooding had occurred, but over on the other side of town, so our place was totally fine. So thanks for all your concerns, and how much fun can we have with painting. Happy end of April, beginning of May, and keep an eye out on the Acrylic Pouring for Fun for the new event of what is our challenge for May. Cheers!